Chris Sewall here, baseball card collector, investor, dealer in that order. Welcome everyone. A couple of months ago I did a video about cards that could potentially set the new record for a sports card sale, and now just 2 months later that record has been broken not once but twice, and the new record is essentially double what it was just a month ago. Many of you probably already know the card that has set the record, but for those who don't, I'll reveal it in just a bit. But first, let's run through what is currently the top 10 highest sports card sales of all time. My man Dustin from Sportscard Dad made a good point on his channel, which I'm going to repeat here, which is there are certainly, or I guess probably, a number of private sales that nobody knows about and would completely change this list. But who knows what it would look like with those. But these are the 10 highest known sales in sports card history. In 10th place is the record sale for a hockey card, a 1979 OPC Wayne Gretzky rookie, graded at PSA Gem Mint 10. This is the holy grail of hockey cards, and in a 10, it is just a Pop 2. It sold for $3.75 million. That was through a heritage auction back in May of 2021. At the time, that was basically triple what any hockey card had ever sold for before. In 9th place is the 2009 Bowman Chrome Draft Pick Superfractor Auto Mike Trout First Bowman Chrome card. It's graded BGS Mint 9 with a 10 for the auto, strong subgrades, and it's a 1 of 1, as Superfractors tend to be. This is Mike Trout's standalone best card in all the hobby, and that really can't change. It sold in August of 2020 for $3.93 million through a Goldin auction. At the time, this was the world record sale for any sports card. In history, it held that spot for about 4 months. It is the only modern baseball card ever to hold the top spot. In 8th place is a 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth. It's card number 53 in the set. Ruth actually appears in this set 4 times, but this is his most desired card from of the 4. This one's graded at PSA Mint 9, which in that grade is a Pop 1 with none higher. No 10s exist, meaning this is the nicest copy on planet Earth that the human species is currently aware of. It sold in July of 2021 through a memory lane auction for $4,212,000. Semi-surprisingly, no Babe Ruth card has ever held the top spot. In 7th place is a 2017 National Treasures Platinum NFL Shield autograph Patrick Mahomes rookie, graded BGS near mint plus 8.5 and strong subgrades. The card is a 1 of 1. It sold through PWCC in July of 2021 for $4.3 million. It is the current world record sale for a football card. In 6th place is a 2018 National Treasures NBA Logo Man autograph Luka Doncic rookie. It is a 1 of 1, and the card at the time of the sale was ungraded, although it has since been sent to Beckett and is currently in a BGS Mint 9 holder. It sold in a private sale in October of 2021 for $4.6 million. It is the only card in the top 10 where at the time of the sale the card was ungraded. Number 4 is this 2003 Exquisite Collection Rookie Parallels Patch Autograph LeBron James rookie. It's graded BGS Mint 9 with very strong subgrades, getting 210 subgrades, a nice 3-color patch, and the card's serial numbered out of 23. It sold in April of 2021 through a PWCC for $5,200,000. It is the only non-baseball card ever to own or share ownership of the top spot. It was tied for the top spot for about 4 months in 2021. Tied with that is a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle. It's graded a PSA Mint 9. Incredibly, this card is a Pop 6 with 3 copies graded higher, meaning 3 10s. But of all the known copies, at least where photos exist, this is considered to be one of the nicest eye appeal copies in a PSA holder. Also sold through PWCC, again $5.2 million. This was back in January of 2021. It held the all-time top spot for about 3 months all alone, and then shared it for another 4 months with the LeBron card I just showed. As of a month ago, this card here was your world record holder, but is now down to the number 3 spot. It's a T206 Honus Wagner from 1909. It's got a sweet caporal back, and it's graded an SGC VG3. Sold in a Robert Edwards auctions about a year ago for $6.6 million plus. One of 4 different T206 Honus Wagners has held the top spot for approximately 39 of the last 40 years. In 2nd place is another T206 Honus Wagner, also an SGC holder, ironically, in a lower grade than the one we just saw. This one here, also a sweet capital back, graded a SGC Good 2. It sold in a Goldin auction in early August for $7,250,000. It was the world record holder. It held that record for about 2 weeks. And our new all-time record holder is another 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle. This one's graded an SGC Mint Plus 9.5. And SGC holders, it is a pop 1 with none higher. The card sold a week ago for $12.6 million. That was through a heritage auction, and it is your current all-time sports card sale record holder. It also broke the record sale for any sports memorabilia of any kind. That was previously held by a Diego Maradona game-used jersey from 1986, the famous Hand of God game, which and that had sold for $9.3 million back in May of this year. The Mantle card is part of the famous Allen Rosen find in 1985, when Rosen found a bunch of untouched 1952 Topps baseball cards. Rosen sold this card in 1991 for $50,000. The buyer held on to it for 30 years before putting it up for auction and seeing a nice 8-figure profit. You can see on the label, SGC mentioned as part of the Rosen find. It also mentioned that it is the finest known example. This is in reference to Rosen's letter that he wrote to the buyer in 1991, saying he believed that this was the finest known example on the planet. Amazing sale. Congrats to the buyer, congrats to the seller, and congrats to Heritage Auctions. So that's what your current top 10 looks like. 6 baseball cards, 2 basketball, a football, and a hockey. Interesting that despite there being 4 modern cards on here, it does not include Michael Jordan nor Tom Brady, who might be the first 2 names you would think of in terms of modern cards. Another thing that cannot be ignored is that the top 3 spots are all cards in SGC holders. That's pretty impressive for a company that for decades was considered the number 3 grading company. I mentioned earlier that there exists 3 52 Mantles graded a PSA 10, and there are also at least 10 Wagners in existence graded higher than a 2. So there is a lot of opportunity for the top 10 to get shaken up. Here is the evolution of the all-time sales record going back to 1985, which is as far back as I could find info on. In 1985, a Honus Wagner sold for $25,000. That exact card held the sales record for the next 25 plus years. It was sold 7 times in those 25 years, with each sale setting the new record, and it was graded at PSA after the second of the 7 sales. It received an 8, although it was later determined to be trimmed. It was the first card ever graded by PSA, and there are lots of interesting stories about that card, including that it was once owned by Wayne Gretzky. It was last put up for sale in 2007. Only 8 different cards have ever held the all-time record. 4 of them are T206 Wagners. 2 of them are the 52 Mantles, including obviously our current leader. The Trout Superfractor held the record briefly, just for a couple of months, and the LeBron Exquisite co-owned the record for about 4 months. But look at that spike over the last couple of years. Just 2 years ago, the record was under 4 million, and now we are more than triple that. But that's it. Your updated most valuable card sales of all time list. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments, and see you again next time. Thanks, everyone.